Let's find out what's happening with Jennifer the Live Eye this morning. Jen?
Hey, Kev, we are at Stillwater's Distillery this morning. They're a Canadian company. We've been making vodka this morning, but check this out. They also make single malt whiskey, or they're making single malt whiskey, but that's going to take about 3 years. 3 years to make. Barry and Barry, owners of the company. Now, Carl is behind us. I'm calling this Carl because that's the name of the company. We love Carl. Now, you had a company from Germany make all your equipment. You really had to do a lot of research.
Yes, yeah. We spent quite some time researching different companies that make stills, and decided on the Carl company from Germany because they satisfied what we were looking for.
They've been around for 140 years. You knew they knew what they were doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just found it interesting that they came here from Germany twice to check everything out.
Well, twice. The first time they actually sent us all the equipment in pieces for us to put together ourselves.
With no instructions.
No instructions at all, which was a good thing because we learned exactly how it works and how to maintain it. And then they came over from Germany to check to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, this is a learning process. These are two guys that got together. They're sitting together over, a couple of glasses of scotch and chatting, and this is your dream, and this is now it's come to be. Now let's talk about this right over here. Now I can't call it scotch because you can only call it scotch if it's from Scotland.
Correct. But it's made from the same kind of ingredients in the same way as scotch is made, but it's single malt whiskey.
Now this isn't going to be ready for another 3 years?
3 years minimum.
Minimum?
Law requires that it be aged at least 3 years in wood before it can be bottled.
Now what happens if we tasted it now?
It would taste similar to scotch, but not very palatable, because the wood actually is what causes most of the taste to happen.
So this is really exciting. So what happens if you wait the 3 years and then it doesn't taste very good and you just wasted 3 years?
That's a risk. We can actually age it longer, and we might. We'll have to check it in 3 years, and if it's not ready...
Can you check it as the process is happening?
We can. If we don't think it's going to turn out well, there's not much we can do about it.
Now we keep going back to Carl because this is what you're doing right now. You're making the vodka. Now tell me about Carl.
Carl is the manufacturer.
I know, I'm just calling it Carl.
Okay, this is the pot still.
This is a pot still.
Which is essentially just a big kettle. So what we're doing right now is a third distillation. We do our vodka 3 times distilled. Mm-hmm. Our whiskey's only 2 times distilled. This is the third distillation, as I just said, which was fed with 60% alcohol, which will come off the still, as we saw before, at 95%.
Now we're going to leave that there for 14 hours, and then it's done.
Yes, basically it's ready. And all we have to do at that point is water the product, chill it, and filter it, and bottle.
Sounds good to me. We're going to be bottling when we come back.